Good morning. Today I'd like for us to talk about prayer. You know, given our current global pandemic crisis, it's no surprise that prayer is becoming popular of late. Obviously, prayer is nothing new to us Christians, nor is it new to the Jewish faith, the Muslim faith, and many other world religions. But it seems that even those who, under normal circumstances, would never pray to God for help and strength are suddenly willing to give it a try. And I say that because, according to Google Analytics, searches on the word prayer have skyrocketed in recent weeks. Prayer is up there in the same ballpark as COVID-19 and coronavirus searches. You've heard that old adage about there being no atheists in foxholes? Well, maybe it's true with pandemics as well. But for us Christians, hopefully we don't need to be motivated by a pandemic, or even Holy Week for that matter, for us to spend time in prayer. After all, pandemic or no pandemic, Holy Week or no Holy Week, in our Christian faith, prayer is to our spiritual survival what air is to our physical survival. It's not optional. So with all that in mind, let's read a portion of the prayer that's recorded in the Bible's prayer book, aka the Psalms. I'll be reading from one of David's Psalms, Psalms 18, verse 6, and it says, "But in my distress I cried out to the Lord. Yes, I prayed to my God for help. He heard me from his sanctuary. My cry to him reached his ears." In a nutshell, David is thanking God for hearing his prayer. So with that in mind, think about your own prayers for a minute. When you pray, really pray from the depths of your heart. Does it ever feel like your own cares and issues, whether big or small, somehow always find a way of sneaking into your conversations with God? And before you know it, your prayer conversation evolves into nothing more than a long wish list that's all about you and not about God. Does that ever happen to you? It happens to me all the time. Try as I may to prevent it, try as I may to fill my prayers with praise and thanksgiving, my petitions, albeit sincere and from the heart, somehow always end up being uninvited prayer crashers. In fact, there are times when my own cares, worries, and struggles so dominate my prayer time that I come away feeling petty and self-centered. Maybe you can relate. You know, it's no wonder that we sometimes view prayer petitions with disdain. Sometimes we regard them as inferior to prayers of thanksgiving and nowhere near prayers of praise that we intend to offer. After all, we reason, aren't prayers of petition by definition self-centered prayers? When we present God with our own prayer petitions, that wish list, aren't we really putting ourselves at the center of our prayer rather than God? The prayer of thanksgiving, so we've been taught, is directed toward God, even if it is in connection with the gifts that we've received from God. And better still, our prayers of praise, prayers devoted directly to God, simply for God's sake. We long for the ability to offer God such undiluted praise, and we marvel at those prayer warriors who outwardly seem to do it so naturally. But on the other hand, I wonder if God makes such distinctions. Could it be that we're overthinking it? Is it possible that our self-imposed prayer standards and all the guilt that goes with it are really unnecessary? Just think about it. When you pray, really pray from the depths of your heart. Is your Father who loves you unconditionally less interested in your petitions than your words of gratitude or praise? If you, as a parent who loves your child unconditionally, gladly offer your ear to your child's heartfelt desires, how much more does your Father in heaven gladly offer his attentive ear to yours? The important thing about prayer isn't whether it's classified as petition, thanksgiving, or praise, but whether it's a prayer of hope. And if that's true, then perhaps the best way to express your heartfelt thankfulness and praise to God is simply to invite him into the desires of your hopeful heart. That intimate place deep within where, along with the laundry list of your personal desires, resides your desire to offer thanks and praise. I guess what I'm saying is, don't worry about what to pray or how to pray for it. Just pray to your Father who loves you and longs to spend time with you. So no need to do a Google search on prayer. Just pray what's on your mind and heart, and trust your Father to sort it out. Keep on looking up. Keep loving one another. God's got this, and we'll see you tomorrow.